Good morning, ladies. I'm going to go ahead and invite you guys because I know some of you wanted to know when I got on today. So we are talking about the third eye this morning on this transformation training. As soon as I can get this to work. Sorry guys, this is like, it won't push anything when I'm on here. So go ahead and get comfortable or whatever you're doing. Go ahead and put in earphones if you want to watch, but I'm coming from my best friend's backyard and it's absolutely gorgeous out here. And it's the perfect place to talk about the third eye and the chakras. And so let me know if you guys are familiar with the chakras. The third eye has a lot to do with our subconscious as well. So I'm going to be talking about some NLP, some subconscious rewiring. It's an energy. So it's just a bunch of good stuff is coming up. But it also about how to open your third eye. I'm sure that you've heard many times, or like, I want my third eye open because then I can, have these intuitive abilities. It opens up our mind. And so I know that this is a very, very important chakra. And so I'm excited to start. I'm excited to share with you guys the things that I have that have worked for me. Okay. And also how I incorporate it into my day. Okay. I'm gonna have to take this off of here so I can go ahead and invite people. There we go. Maybe. My phone's acting really crazy. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, hold on just a second. Thanks for being patient. Oh yes, let's get everybody here. Cool. Say hi when you get here, please. Let me know how you're feeling this morning. That's really what I want to know. How are you feeling today? Like, how are you feeling a little off? Are you feeling a little, hi Jennifer. I'm in Amber's backyard right now. It's beautiful. It's Amber's mom's backyard. It's beautiful. I freaking love this backyard. It's quiet. We won't have the highway right beside me. I'm just so excited about this. All right, let me go ahead and finish inviting a couple more people and then we'll get going. Oh crap, what happened? Sorry guys. Okay, that's good, whatever. So, hey girl, hey. So yeah, no highway today. I'm so excited. Hi Tammy. Oh good, you're here, girl. I know you need this just as much as I do. Tammy and I have already been talking and there's already drama this morning. So third eye. I am so excited about this. Like, I've been studying the third eye all night long, and you guys, the third eye is connected. Like, the third eye is in our brain, right? It's in our whole head right up here, but subconscious work ties into the third eye. And I'm going to talk all about that, about changing our stories. So a big reason that I started the group, a big thing that I like to work with people with, are changing the stories that we're telling ourselves. And so if you have, so for example, a story that I had for a really long time was that I wasn't, I like to do my pills, and I like to, without any regard to anyone else. And I used to take money out of my mom's purse, and it made me feel like, I felt horrible because I had this addiction. And so even though I recovered and I was fine, I still had this story in my head that I'm like not trustworthy and that nobody can trust me which I knew that I had overcome that, but I hadn't changed that story. So then it blocked me off to opportunities because I felt I didn't trust myself, right? And so I started to do all this work and I changed my story. And then another thing is like growing up, right? Like, I wasn't the pretty one, and that really wasn't my story, but I'm just giving an example of like what the stories are in our head. And even when somebody like rejects us or doesn't agree with us, we can make big stories about why this person, rejected us, and we don't even know why, right? Or if you and a friend get into an argument, your imagination just goes crazy about, oh my gosh, it's probably because I acted this way, just so all of these things we assume, making assumptions, and I'm sure you've heard it, having an overactive imagination, that is having an overactive third eye. And so that is what this is all going to be about. Like the third eye, for me, it's always just been about intuitive abilities, and that's all that I ever really tied it to. And it's so much more than that. Oh, hi, Barrett. Oh my gosh. We got to talk after this, Barrett. But yes, so third eye is something that Barrett, when I did Barrett's, I think I've told everybody this before, when I do his clearings, his third eye is like, whoo, and I love it when I do his, because it's like, I can feel it. I can feel his third eye. So if you have an overactive third eye, your imagination can roll on and on. So like, if someone's not answering your phone call and you think the worst is happening, like, oh my God, they're dead in a ditch somewhere. That's an overactive third eye. Then if you think you dream, if you can't see, if you can't visualize very well, like I used to not be able to visualize, and sometimes I don't think I dream, that's having an underactive third eye. And so I'm going to go over all of this and a lot more things. I'm going to pull a card real quick though, just because I felt called to this morning. But with the third eye, that's what it's about. It's about changing our stories, but first to open up our third eye to create the environment to do that in. Subconscious work can tie into third eye openings as well. It's crazy. Last night, a book that I read about the pineal gland, which we'll get into that in a minute, which is the gland that creates your melatonin and serotonin. So if you have insomnia, this is also alive for you to watch and something for you to really take seriously, because yes, the third eye, everyone can tie it back to woo-woo-ness and weird stuff, right? But it's your health as well. Like this, hold on guys, sorry, someone just texted me. This is your health. This is the health of your mind. And so that's why I love the third eye. And it's also, if you're here because you want to raise your intuitive abilities, that can happen as well. But it's like, we all have gifts. We all have them available to us. But they're like muscles, and some people don't have to work out their muscles that much, but some people do. And that's when the third eye comes. If you really want to, and my thing is why do you want your intuitive abilities to be higher? Think about that. Like, what is your intention? What is your why behind wanting to have a stronger sense of clairvoyance or clairaudience? Or what is it that, why do you want to have those more intuitive abilities? For me, it's to get answers from my higher self. It's to get more guidance, clear guidance, to where my ego or those stories that we tell ourselves they're not filters. There we go. Filters. We don't want those filters. So a fulfilling life, yes. Understanding, yes. So thinking about the reasons why you want to not, because sometimes we can get into the, how everybody says, oh, okay, I want to raise my clairvoyance, or I want to open my third eye, And one thing that happens with some of the people I've worked with are when someone passes away, after that, they're like, please help me open my third eye because I really want to connect with my loved one that passed on, which is totally understandable. However, if all of the other chakras, the root to the, the base ones, the foundational ones, if those are out of whack, then it's not going to matter what I do up here. Okay. So just remember, you guys know that by now, that if you don't have everything else on point, it's gonna not matter. Okay. So keep that in mind, that the more you work on the lower chakras, the more you work on your heart chakra, the more that you work on your throat, this is going to make it stronger. The energies flow. They all work together. The sacral and the throat is something I work a lot with. The sacral with the heart I think they're just one and the same, honestly. They are not, like, the one thing with chakras, they don't work by themselves. Clouded by griefs. Yes, exactly. And exactly, Jennifer. I know you agree with what I just said about the chakras because that's one of the, I think it's the most important thing for anyone that's going to be working with their energy is to understand that there's not just one thing, like there's not one major chakra to focus on all the time. That's only, right? It's all of them. That's why we clear all of them in this group. And so we're going to clear all of them today. But we're going to open up our third eye. At least I'm going to kind of walk you through something that could help you open your third eye. There are so many ways, you guys. I got overwhelmed by all of the information with the third eye. We are a machine. It's all connected. Absolutely. All connected. Mind, body, and soul. And but now that you say it's all connected, we're going to start talking about the body, the 6 parts of what makes us whole. So our spiritual layer, right? Our energetic layer, mental, emotional, physical. And then I like the self-expression. Self-expression is it's something that I've learned from a different teacher. And she actually has a whole class just around self-expression because that is, it's so important to be able to express ourselves. And so anyway, back to this. Let me draw this card really quickly. And you know what? I think I'm out here at Amber's mom's house. I'm going to draw from the earth one just because I feel that. And then I'm going to just I want everyone to get present. So just take a deep breath in. And then just visualize those roots coming out of your tailbone or out of your root chakra, connecting you to the earth so you're grounded before you start learning. That's the best way for me anyway, I'm just sharing the best, like how it is for me. When I'm grounded and I'm present and I'm open to receive, that's opening to receive. And then also another thing, I made a video yesterday about with some tips on how to learn about the chakras quicker, or if you're interested in learning about the chakras, some ways that you can retain the information a little bit more quicker or speedy or whatever. Not really speedy, but to actually take in the information. And it is one of the things I said was to apply things that happen in your life. Think about what chakra that would lie in. Applying anything you're learning, trying to weave in your reality to it is the best way. And then also just to take it one at a time, which is what we've been doing. So let me do this card. Everybody get grounded, sit down. If you can hang out. Barrett, I hope you can hang out with me right now. I'm definitely calling you when I'm done so we can finish our conversation. So anybody that's here right now, like, how do you guys feel with your third eye? How is it feeling right now? Is it open? Do you, Jennifer, I know your third eye. I know your third eye is working and open, and you've been working with it because you are that's your work. Your life's work is your creativity, your intuitive abilities, even connecting with people. Barrett, I know that your third eye has been open and worked on many times. And so anyone that gets here, watches the replay, whatever, if you've never focused on your third eye, which, if you don't know it's there, because the number one way to block your chakras is lack of awareness. Okay. When you don't even know they exist, then you're blocked off to the power of the chakras. But when you become aware of them and you intentionally place your focus where focus goes, energy flows, right? So that is, the number one way to block them is to not pay attention to them, or you're not even aware of them. 2 is focusing on the negative, sometimes overactive. Yep. Yep. Me too. Completely. Underactive sometimes too. I wasn't dreaming there for a while, and I knew I knew about the third eye, and I'm like, okay, I need to work on my third eye. So yeah, let me know. Okay, here, this is the card that I've just been holding and I didn't look at it yet, but is New Moon Promise. Okay, so promise. And there's like this, I love like the scenery on these, and this is like a pretty sky and the water is there. And I just feel like I'm reading this intuitively, and with the water, I always think of emotions. And so I really feel like with this, the promise is new beginnings are coming, and actually not even new beginnings, but like new solutions. There we go. New solutions are coming to old problems. And that is what is coming up for me. It has been coming up for me, of things that you continue to run into like over and over and over. It's to find new solutions to those problems, so then you can have a different outcome. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from this, and that for you to just start paying attention to where your things keep going haywire in your life and do something different. So new solutions are coming for you guys. Okay, all right, let's get going. So about 7 weeks ago, right, I started the chakra series. We started at the root. And if anybody, just real quick, the chakras are wheels that align with our endocrine system, and they manage the subtle energy, our subtle energy body, like in that subtle energy that comes in. Oh man, that's like a dangerous road to do that on. But anyway, so they manage the subtle energy that comes in our body. So throughout the day, you have energy going in. I mean, you wouldn't be alive if you didn't have energy running through your body. So, but when you have new ideas coming in, when you are, Jennifer, did you hear that? There's this like a windy road. You know where Amber lives. You've been here. Like that's like dangerous. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the energy. So we get energy from new ideas, from people, from, the environment that we're in. And if we're not grounded, then that energy just kind of like, it goes haywire in our body. And then we notice on the negative, and then our chakras start to close a little bit. And because I look at them as like lotus flowers, like I like to go through and open them up, which is what we're going to do. And then go back through them with energy from above. We're going to use energy today from above. The cosmos is what we're going to use today. And then you can clear all that out. But if you don't know any of that, then, depression sets in, or being scattered and unfocused and all of that stuff can make you go crazy. And so when you know how to do these things and you know about the chakras, life just gets so much more almost easier, but also we're able to understand on a completely different level. And so the root chakra starts at your tailbone, and it is about safety and security. And what blocks that is fear. So when you have a fear, when you're fearful of doing something because of a story in your head, whatever that fear is, when you face that fear, which, hold on, you guys, I got to figure out with this sun. Okay, is that better? That's better there. Okay, so when you face that fear, then you can start to open up that root chakra. And then once that's balanced, which again, this isn't gonna, once they're balanced once, does not mean they don't stay balanced. You have to continually work on it and stay mindful of when fears come up, right? When you know that fear is blocking something for you, when you know that, you know how powerful that is. But when before you didn't know that, right? When I didn't know, I thought my fears were just something that just were because I'm a human, right? Which it is on my human side. But now that I know that I can be mindful of that, and I know why I'm not moving forward, I can move past it. I can clear that block, and it's amazing. It gives me chills, seriously. So once you do that with the root, you're good to go up to the sacral. And that is where our emotions, pleasure, creativity, all of that, it's all there in the sacral. It's orange. And that's right above the root. And so once you you start setting boundaries, you know where your emotions end, someone else's begins, you know that it's okay to feel, that it's not weak to cry. You know that it's actually healthy to express how you feel. For me personally, a personal story is with David. You guys know that, like, he if I mention anything with my emotions, he would be like, oh my gosh, your drama. And this is something I've really been like, because right now we're not, things are probably, I don't know what's going to happen, but he's not letting me express myself emotionally. And for the last 4 years, I have allowed that. I've allowed him to have that power over me, and I shoved him down, right? And now they're just like, they're just coming up. They're like, it's like an explosion over at my house sometimes, because I'm like, look, you're going to listen to me when I tell you how I feel. And because we're supposed to do that. Don't let anyone tell you that it's wrong to feel. Okay, so once you have the sacral all balanced out, you can move up to the solar plexus, which is your power center. I like to call it the entrepreneur chakra because it is all about, identity, and also separating from our business, our identity, and then also confidence and motivation and taking action. So like you create those creative ideas in your sacral, and then you take action on them in your solar plexus. And so we talked about that a couple weeks ago, and then we moved on to the heart. Once you have all these 3 chakras going pretty well, and you have a maintenance plan, which is something that I guess that's really what I help you guys do in here, to take care of those chakras, move up to the heart. And the heart is the connecting chakra. These are the matter chakras, the bottom 3, connector, and then to the spiritual chakras. And so once you have the matter ones, you go up to the connector. And as a healer, you guys are healers. Jennifer, you're a healer. Barrett, you're a healer. And whoever else is on here, I think it might be Tammy, you're a healer. Whoever's here watching this, you guys we're put on this earth to help others heal. After you heal yourself, of course, or pay attention to yourself first. But the heart, if it's closed off to opening up to other people, or even sharing your story, being vulnerable, if you have walls up, let's say, and it's grief blocks this chakra, loss, resentment, and you hold grudges against people. And we're living in the past when we do that. We're not in the present moment, forgiving if we're unable to forgive. So it all starts right here. So we forgive ourselves so we can forgive others. We love ourselves so we can love others. We trust ourselves so we can trust others. And so after that's all done, move up to the throat. Self-expression, speaking our truth. Dishonesty blocks this. By the way, self-doubt blocks the solar plexus. Shame and guilt are the sacral. So the heart, the grief, and then dishonesty. So if you're lying to yourself, lying to others. I know for me, I was holding up a lot of lies in my life. I didn't like to tell people. I was living in shame. My sacral was very overactive. I lied just to appear acceptable, I guess is a good way to put it. And also to myself, I lied, pretending like, I'm fine. I'm living my life just fine. I don't care if I hurt people, right? Once my awakening happened, the first thing I noticed is I started being honest, and I didn't know why. Like, I was bluntly honest with everybody, and I told my mom a bunch of things that I did. I mean, I was just like I couldn't stop the flow of honesty. And now looking back, because at the time I didn't know about the chakras, I did not study them, nothing. Looking back now, I completely can see now why I started to speak my truth. I started to show up on Facebook. And like I told David yesterday, this happened to me not because I woke up and was like, I'm going to learn about the chakras. I'm going to do that. No, I don't know. I was guided to do this. I didn't do this on purpose. It wasn't intentional. I just kind of been guided the whole time. And so anyway, the throat, if you're trying to live a lie, it's time to get honest. We cleared that up so you can speak your truth, so you can express yourself in a healthy way, healthy communication. We're not trying to get over on anybody. We're listening. It's another sign. By the way, they have some chickens. But that's another sign. If you can listen and to not respond, you just listen with intent to listen and to hold space for people. It's a good sign that you have your throat's pretty good. So now we're moving up to the third eye. We have all of those taken care of, right? Now we can move up to the third eye. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the third eye, and then we'll do a clearing, okay? And I'm going to tell you, I'd love to know what you guys do. What do you guys turn to? What crystals? For me, I love lapis lazuli for my third eye, and I love fluorite. I love fluorite for my third eye. I can't remember if that's even a third eye crystal, but I love that. Amber. Oh, Amber's inside working, by the way. The rooster thinks you're cute. Apparently, he likes my sweater, right, Amber? Because my sweater is pretty cute. Okay, so let's do this with the third eye. I just want to share some things with you. You guys can, this will be a good time just to, when I say these things, to think about, okay, is my third eye, what's the health of my third eye? What's going on with that? Where is it? Why do I have the crown right here? Sorry, guys. Oh, here we go. Okay. Sacral. Here's the heart. Throat. Where did the throat? Okay, so the third eye. The Sanskrit word is Anja, Anja. Hi, Sarah. And it's one of the spirit chakras, and it's right here in between your eyebrows. Okay, and the color is indigo. Indigo is like a dark purple or bluish or whatever. So, and the symbol is an inverted triangle and represents the culmination of energy from all the previous chakras leading upward to our divine crown, which is going to be coming up next week. So this chakra is located here. So the core function of it is where we get to better understand our own spirituality and emotional maturity. So of course, you guys know that I love to always try to heighten my emotional intelligence and my emotional maturity. So that's another reason why I've just like fallen in love with the third eye over the last day, because of everything I'm learning. Is to better understand our own spirituality as well as connect with our extrasensory perception. So it is here where we learn how to see the truth of any matter over what others show us or what we want to see. And so right here, speaking your truth, this is a good thing to have open to know your truth and be able to see your truth regardless of what somebody's trying to portray to you. Like, oh my gosh, this is why I love this chakra so much. To help us see clearly. So be it thought or situation. At the third eye, we find ourselves developing our intuition and our trust in it. So if you've never trusted your intuition, if you've ever said that, like I've said it before, then this is a good indication that it's a little off. So we find ourselves developing our intuition and obtaining a deeper wisdom about life. And so with a balanced third eye chakra, when it's open and flowing, so the energy is healthy up there, right? There's no stagnant energy. There's no overactive energy. It's just balanced and good. So you can see and understand yourself and everything around you for what they truly are instead of what you want it to say, what it to be. Yes, stop. Sorry, guys. Okay, you are better able to empathize and understand others. And for those who choose to develop their extrasensory gifts, be able to connect with energies and spirit in other realms, which is why a lot of people who have a recent past, someone who died that they are close with, they come to me or they'll message me and be like, can you help me open my third eye? I mean, it happens quite often. And so you're able to see the goal ahead, oftentimes referred to as a visionary, sees and acknowledges things for what they truly are, even if it's not in your favor, uses your visionary skills to help improve the lives of others, including animals and the planet. Amber and animals always just like, I don't know. Sees and speaks clearly, honestly, and with sincerity. And if you choose to develop your gift, can achieve clairvoyance and other extrasensory skills, has few to no physical ailments in this chakra. Okay, so an overactive chakra, third eye chakra, is egotistical and arrogant in their opinions and mannerisms, will have an inflated opinion of themselves, and constantly tell others about how good they are. I'm sure we can all think of somebody right now. Cannot see anything other than what they want to see. Forces their so-called ascended knowledge onto others, so much so it could be considered bullying. Is cut off to the upper realms of spirit and extrasensory perception, and has physical ailments in the chakra, so such as vision issues, tension, and headaches, including migraines. So an underactive, so that was for an overactive, okay? This one's for an underactive. So if you have an underactive third eye, where it's deflated, lacks luster, it's underactive, you're eccentric and quietly self-centered, choosing to be alone because you cannot deal with ordinary people. You use your intuition to see what others should do, but instead of guiding others, you do it for them, then get upset that the other person never learns. Oh wow, like I so remember when oh my gosh, yeah, this is crazy. You withdraw from others because you are so much better than them, and you end up feeling lonely and detached. You turn to mind-altering drugs or substance abuse to get out of this earthly realm. Yes. That was my favorite before. and has physical ailments in the chakra areas such as vision issues, tension, headaches, and all of that, okay? And so how to heal this? So here we go with the healing, with the third eye healing. Recognize, first of all, the first step is to recognize the issue. So the first step in chakra healing is to first identify where the blockage is. And so when I do a clearing or when I'm working with somebody, I have my diagnostic test that I have, which is, where is it at? Is this it? Where is that little bag at? I have it with me because Jennifer, I have your bag with me. Oh, here we go. So I have this diagnostic test right here. And of course, this isn't the same as what I go through, but it's something really, I'll post this, but it's something really simple that will help you guys. So with your third eye, you can ask, do you trust your inner wisdom? If you're having a hard time trusting your inner guidance, or, even if maybe this is new to you and you're cut off from that inner guidance, or you're not hearing, or you are not trusting yourself because of decisions you've made in the past, and so now you're reluctant to trust what decisions you make moving forward because of whatever, trusting yourself, not trusting yourself. And then, do you take time to cultivate your mind to learn? This is a big one. If you, and you guys know I go way overboard with this probably, I just want to learn all the time. I just do. I can't shut it off. But if you're not and I remember a time when I wasn't wanting to learn, I guess it wasn't the top of my mind, but if you like to learn things, there you go. That's a good way to know that your third eye is working there. But know that, do a little inventory, these questions that I have. I'll post those, and then I'll post some more questions. Look them up on Pinterest too. Just look up for how do I know my third eye is blocked or not right. And so go to the chakra area where it's located, so in the forehead, and you can usually feel, if you're pretty in tune with your energy centers, your subtle energy, if you're able to feel it. I know Amber can feel it really well. I know because with crystals, she can feel. The other day, I remember, Amber, I put that, when we put it on the top of your head, I had to do a headache, and you're like, I can feel it happening already. I don't know if you really could, but you said that. But yeah, so you can probably feel right here, if it feels like tension, when I did Barrett's clearing, my forehead started to throb afterwards. That usually means it's opening up. You'll feel a little throbbing. And so some physical signs of blockages. So take note of any eye and vision issues, blurred eyesight, sore eyes, tension, headaches, migraines, pain located around your face and forehead, looks like sinus issues even. And then emotional signs could be that, you're uncertainty about who you are, disbelief, doubt about what you see, inability to make the higher ground decision, distrust of your gut feeling, egocentric, or confusion. So we already know it's in the third eye. So it's important to set your intentions, which are your focus, on working to clear it. And so even just setting that intention of, I'm sitting to clear my third eye chakra, or I'm sitting, before we do any clearings, I set the intention that we are releasing any emotional blockages and we're clearing our chakras. And so sitting down with intent and actually having that focus of what it is you're doing, clearing the third eye, being very specific, okay? And so you may even want to speak in your mind or out loud to the chakra or your inner self, letting it know what you're doing. And remember, everything's energy. And at the very least, by doing this step, your good intentions will be felt. And it's crazy how this, this is one of the most important steps actually, is right here, of setting your intention. And so then transforming the energy. So you're going to transform that energy in there, the either stagnant or the overactive. And so using any or all of the following energy transformation methods, which this is one of my teachers that I learned from. Depending on how deep the blockage is, you may have to repeat these methods a few times until you feel the normal energy baseline. And that's, I don't think we've talked a whole lot about the baseline of where you're typically at. And so that way, because not everybody, what's balanced for someone else might not be exactly the same for somebody else. Not everybody has exactly it's kind of, I'm not going to go into this, but you're special. Just know that. Even your energy is special. Your balanced chakras are special. They're not like someone else's balanced chakras, okay? So here's one way, healing colors. What do we do? And you guys already know of visualizing that indigo ball of light right there at your third eye. So to enhance your spiritual vision and intuition, use the colors of violet and indigo. Affirmations are, I am aware, I am wise. There's also some like micro meditations that I can share with you guys from her. Also, it may help to make sweeping motions with either or both of your hands over the chakra area. So when I'm doing a healing, sometimes I'll use my hands of like, I'm getting rid of, or I'll flick the energy off of like, let me get here, I'll show you guys. Because I'll get it out right now, if it's in here, or is it in here? Oh, Jennifer, I'm using your little chakra bag, by the way. It's so cute, I love it. This one right here. So this one collects like the negative energy, and then I'll flick it off of the tip. And that is just getting rid of the negative energy. And nothing can destroy. Energy cannot be destroyed or created. It just changes forms. And so when you're flicking energy, or you're sweeping it out, or you're getting rid of that energy, it just transmutes into positive energy. Okay. So also essential oils. So this is something I like to do. I think that, let me look and see. What I like to do is put essential oils on a crystal, and then I put it on I lay with it on my third eye. And I usually use a polished stone. Like, let me see if I can find it here. This one, I think. No, that's blue lace agate. This one right here. So here, I use this one a lot here. It's a amethyst. And I'll put like frankincense. I don't know, frankincense is my favorite, and so I'm using it. I use it all the time, like with all my chakras. And so I'll rub it on the crystal, and then you just lay with it on your third eye for like 10 minutes. Okay, so I do that a lot, probably at least once a week. I try not to do it too much, because honestly, you guys, you don't need to clear your energy, even every week. Like I've even thought about scaling back to only doing full chakra clearings every 2 weeks, because we don't have to do it every week. Sometimes our body doesn't want us to do it every week. I've noticed that for me. Like, I don't even feel like I need to clear today. And so just trust your intuition. Like, I know that this is that area anyway. We're strengthening that intuition. One of the best ways to clear your third eye is to do small things to trust your intuition. So, for example, with cards, go pull a card, read it, and be like, okay, so how is this applying to my life right now, or whatever. Like, just try to get closer to your intuition. I'll give you guys some tips on that if you need it, but just trying to go through your day to day by trusting yourself a little bit more. So that it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be all, I've got to sit and I got to meditate and I have to visualize it. You don't have to do all that even. Like, you could even just put on some essential oils. And also with, right here, go to Five Below, and they have these to where it tells you this is the third eye, the jasmine. Jasmine is third eye scent. It could come in essential oils or an incense. And I lit that out here before. Also, this is something that from Jennifer, she put some crystals in here. There's lapis lazuli, like this, the chakra crystals are in here. I love it. It's my favorites. And so I'm going to just put them in another one when I'm done with this. But this helps even too. And you don't even really have to know what scent it is. Just know that wherever you focus your attention on, that's what is going to, and also relaxing. You have to relax for energy to even move freely. So if you're tensed up and anxious, that's the first place to start, is to relax, no matter what chakra you're wanting to work on. And it's also, it's just these little things of being mindful and being mindful of your situations, and mindful before as you're getting ready for your day. Pay attention to what it is you're really doing in your life, and it becomes a lot easier. So it doesn't have to be all, all these crystals and all of these different essential oils and all of, it doesn't have to be like that. That can be like gradual. Those are tools, but you are the oracle. Like, you are the oracle. You could not have any of this and still clear your chakras. So I just want you guys to remember that instead of relying on, you know, having something there to where you have to have this or else I can't clear my third eye. No, that's not true. You can just do it on your own. And also another thing I like to do is to visualize the infinity symbol, like right here. And then something very interesting that when I read last night, and I'll post it in the group, but it talks about how the chakra, it's a cone. So like you have, like, this is a cone like that, and then there's a cone that goes out the back as well, where the negative energy, like, you pretty much are like clearing this way. And this is what we're going to do here in a minute is I'm going to just clear. We're going to go through the third eye. I'm not going to go through all the chakras, I don't think. No, I probably will. But the negative energy goes out the back, and there's like, I'll show you. And then there's one for the throat too, where it's like this and connected to the top of your spine, and it goes out the back. Your crown, it's just going like, think of it as like a funnel. And when it's blocked, you have all this energy. So think about like you shake a pop can before opening it. And when you open it, it's like, okay, so think about that pressure as the energy pressure. That's why we get headaches. That's why we get pressure headaches. And so if you take, I'll go ahead and just show you guys right now what I did with Amber, or showed her the other day, was if you take like this, okay, and when you have a headache, a migraine or whatever, and you just put it on your crown chakra like this for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and allowing this, because this is like collecting the negative energy that's stuck up there in your head. And after 5 to 10 minutes, I mean, you could even lay down and like put this, so that way your arm doesn't get, but that, and then also right here, if you have like a sinus issue, I like to use this, and it's got a point here, and then I got it at the, in Kokomo, whatever that place is called. So I do that sometimes. And then I also use this to clear. I'll use, a wand. I have a wand that I got from Jennifer that I like to use. And so it's just being present in the moment, and then messing with, you know, your chakras. And so, okay. Do you guys have any questions or anything? And we'll just get into the clearing. Because I know you guys have, it's about 10 till 11. And so let me know if you guys have any questions, or like what your experience has been with the third eye. But again, we're going to talk about this a lot because the third eye has a lot to do with the stories in our head. And so, and flipping those stories are how we raise our vibration, is not keeping those stories in our subconscious. And so the third eye is connected to the subconscious. The pineal gland, which is what is also connected, will help you with the third, opening that up. Make sure, like, pay attention to what your fluoride, like even in your toothpaste, or not drinking the city water, getting a filter. Also, the sunlight, if you can, like, you know, look not into the sunlight, but sunlight helps with that. If anybody else has any more suggestions, go ahead and post them, please. Let me look in here real quick and see something, because also your dreams, this is something with the third eye, as far as like keeping a log or just writing down the dreams that you have, and as soon as you wake up in the morning, because that's how our intuition speaks to us. That's how spirit speaks to us. Like, they send messages through our dreams. And so I know after my dad died, like I was the same way. I'm like, I want my third eye to be more bigger so I can see my dad, right? And that wasn't, been doing a third eye chakra nightly. It's working great, but I'm getting you're getting bad headaches. Because you need to open your crown chakra, Barrett. If you're only working on your third eye, make sure that you open your crown chakra as well, because that energy, that which, I mean, let me know if you're opening your crown, which to physically see it open. I mean, you know, visualize the crown, because then that's where life force energy comes in through our crown chakra and clears out, which is what we're about to do here in a second. So if you have a headache right now, it's going to go away in a minute. I can promise you. I can almost guarantee you that it's because if you're not, I don't know, let me know. If you are, then we'll talk after I'm done with here, because I got to talk to you anyway. So, okay, here's some affirmations, but like, keep track of your dreams for like the next couple weeks. That's what I'm doing right now. I've been doing it for the last couple days just because I feel like I don't dream very much. And then also it says, your breath is an immediate link to the infinite present moment, that's a big thing, is just always getting present. Hi, Melissa, beautiful. Your breath is an immediate link to the infinite present moment, and nothing will make you feel more infinite than a good 2.2 seconds of conscious awareness. So for the rest of the day, whenever you remember to, take 3 conscious breaths. Like, it's as easy as that, you guys. Seriously, it doesn't have to be complicating to maintain a healthy third eye. It's just living mindfully and being present. And literally you can do this wherever you are, like when you're feeding this is my funny book. This is my funny chakra book. Amber, remember, I got this at Target, and it's so funny. Like, this guy, whoever wrote this, is so funny. And then also you can say affirmations, anywhere from 1 to 37 million times a day. But 2 or 3 usually does the trick. Say them, own them, and feel the wisdom your third eye has known all along. So here I can, like, as far as the tapping, remember I talked about I don't know if you guys saw that, but to tap in your affirmations. So like saying, life is a dream and I choose to be a lucid dreamer. It's fun to create the life and story that I want. And maybe at some point I'll get to fly or turn into a tiger or something. Let's see what the other one is. I am in tune with my highest self and I connect with the wisdom of the universe. The wisdom is always there. I just need to listen and then believe and then write it down, because it's really frustrating to forget epiphanies. Melissa, you know, with your journaling. And then the last one, I hear my intuition loudly and clearly, and I know that it's right. It's always right. In fact, I'll do what it's telling me just so it will shut up about it for a second and stop gloating. So I love these. These are just some affirmations, and just tap them in. They're like you're rewiring your subconscious. Literally, your third eye is a great pathway to the subconscious. And so flipping those stories around, that's what I think I really feel like that's something that's going to be big in the next couple weeks, or couple months in the group, because it's something that has always been in the back of my head, is to help with changing the stories that we're telling ourselves. And this is a great time, like with the third eye, to focus on that. And so let's see here, knocking down walls. Ever hear not so in the back of your mind when you go to do something that's not your normal? Okay. So like, ever hear a not so nice whisper in the back of your mind when you go to do something that's not in your normal routine? You're not, so like this whisper says, you're not really going to try and sing, are you? Like for me, going live, I hear this little voice of like, no one's going to listen to you. Like, why are you even going live? I hear that all the time. But it said, we all hear those whispers, and we all hear them because someone along the way made us feel tinier, duller, and much less amazing than we really are. Your third eye is here to help you see those limiting beliefs for what they are, so that you can see right past them. Hopefully that'll give you something to sing about. So limiting beliefs lie here as well. Like, what is it that people have told you over your life? Something you can't do, or something you're not good at, or, you know, maybe, I don't know, whatever, something like that you'll never be good enough to do. Think about all that, because it's not true. And so these are just little things that I'll probably post them in the group at some point. But so, okay, let me know if you guys are ready. I'm going to do this clearing now. We're just going to open up our chakras, and I'm going to spend some extra time on the third eye and go through. I'll clear your chakras, and then we'll get going off of here. And if anybody, I'll post my link, but I'm going to have a 5-day retreat again, October 25th to the 29th. It's the Queen method, the one that I did about just reclaiming your space. And it's over 5 days. It's going to be in the group, and it's just about, we're going to begin with questioning your reality, moving on to unlearning things. We're going to use the chakras as a guide. So, and then also your self-love routine, your soul space, and then elevating your words and how you think, So saying different words instead of other ones that are going to help you expand your mind. And then 5 is going to be stepping into your new identity on the 5th day. And so the identity of your best self so far. So if you guys want to sign up for that, I will post the link for that. And then I also have a craft show this Saturday in Rochester. I'll post, I think I already posted about it, but I'll post it again so you guys know. From 3 o'clock is when it starts. I'll give you guys the address. So, all right, let's get going here. If you guys want to grab, like I have on lapis lazuli, and I'm holding on to my amethyst that I have actually. Oh, and Super 7. I wonder if Super 7 is like a third. I'm pretty sure this would be good for a third eye. For a third eye crystal. Melissa, if you're still on, let me know if you know anything about that. So, okay. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to use this labradorite. This is I love labradorite for my third eye. I love it. Jennifer, Super 7 for third eye. Okay. I think I'm going to use labradorite though. So I'm going to hold onto this. I'm not going to put it on my forehead, but you guys can, if you want. And this is a good crystal to do that with, because look how flat. So anything that's flat and polished would be perfect. And Jennifer, I really want a headband with like, I want a headband. That's what I want to do next. Also, sorry, I keep on finding these things. Also, if you have a pendulum, we're going to start talking about pendulums too a lot. I won't go into that because I have so much other stuff going on. But if you have a pendulum and you want to know if one of your chakras are blocked, just program it first. Like, okay, pendulum, go up and down for yes. And then stop. Go right to left for no. Okay. And then you can ask it, hold on. So I'll say, is my third eye blocked? It's kind of going in a circle. It's kind of going a little back and forth. So yeah. So you can ask the pendulum. You can we'll do more with this, of course, because I know that if you don't know much about it, then it seems kind of weird. But anyway, okay, go ahead. Just close your eyes. Stretch, even doing some yoga. I'm going to start doing yoga more because it helps me feel better to stretch. I'm going to take my sweater off. And just go ahead and get comfortable. And I'm going to take a drink and then we'll get started here and put on some of my oil again. And it's really peaceful out here too. I just don't know if the chickens are going to start to yeah. Oh, and I do have my bowl. I'm going to do my bowl for a minute. And I have, Jennifer, I saw that I have these, but I don't have anything to put them in. I only have this big one right here. I have one of these, but I don't have the small. So I need to figure out something because I really love these candles. I wanted to show you that to see if you got anything. All right, let's go ahead and go. Just relax, you guys, even just closing your eyes. Getting grounded, just visualizing tree roots coming out of the bottom of your feet or your root chakra. And starting at the top of your head. And as you take a deep breath in through your nose, and then out your mouth, and starting at the top of your head, just doing a body scan, even, doesn't have to be honey, it can just be a ball of light, and everywhere it goes, it relaxes you. So starting at the top of your head, relaxing your forehead, relaxing your cheeks and your jaw, making sure your spine's straight, so that way the energy can move up and down your spine a little bit easier. And just make sure you continue to breathe, and I'll go down even more for you. So relaxing your shoulders, letting go of your expectations, letting go of what this should look like for you, what you think that meditation should look like, or everything you were just doing, everything you need to do. Just set that away. All of your judgments, all of your worries. As this white light goes down your arms, down to your elbows, to your fingertips, now going down your chest, to your solar plexus, your stomach muscles, relaxing your stomach muscles. Going down your thighs, relaxing your thighs, to your knees, to your calves, to your feet, and opening up to receive. And even just if you want to say that in your head or say it out loud, that I'm opening up to receive. And I'm calling in my highest self, my spirit guides, past loved ones, ascended masters, any goddesses, God, whoever it is that you lean on for support. So visualizing those tree roots going down into the middle of the earth, or sinking down into your seat, or feeling the support underneath you, allowing that extra energy to leave your body, to go down into the earth. As we go up to your root chakra, you can even, if you'd like to pull energy up from the earth just to support you as we go through and open up the chakras. So visualizing that white light pulling it up from the earth in through your feet, your legs, up to your legs, to your root chakra. Just visualizing a red lotus flower that begins to open up as you take a deep breath in, and it gets brighter, and then exhale and visualize those lotus flowers opening up at your root chakra. And then moving up to the sacral, this is an orange lotus flower. And as you breathe in through your nose, it gets brighter, and exhale, and that lotus flower it opens up petal by petal, however you see it opening up, until that chakra is open. And then moving up to the solar plexus, visualize a yellow lotus flower right underneath, right above your belly button. As you breathe in, this yellow light gets brighter. And as you exhale, all of the petals open up one by one for your solar plexus. And then moving up to your heart chakra, here's a green lotus flower. And as you breathe in, that green light gets brighter. And as you exhale, it opens up petal by petal in your heart space. So moving up to the throat, a blue lotus flower is here. As you breathe in, that blue gets brighter. And as you exhale, the petals begin to open, opening up that throat chakra. It doesn't matter what the health of the energy is right now. We're just opening up the chakras. And then moving up to the third eye. And this is indigo. So just visualize an indigo lotus flower at your third eye. And as you inhale, that indigo light or flower gets brighter. And exhale, those flowers open up. The petals open up one by one, right there in between your eyebrows. And then moving up to the crown chakra. We're going to open up our crown chakra, open up that pathway for energy, for life force energy from the cosmos to come down and clear our chakras. And so as you breathe in, that light purple lotus flower right above your head begins to get brighter. And as you exhale, those petals open up and your crown chakra is now opened up. You're creating a pathway, the environment to heal in. And so now pulling light down in your next inhale, pulling light down from the divine, from source, going into your crown chakra as it clears and balances and aligns, as you let go of your feelings of disconnect, your lack of faith, to embrace a stronger connection with your higher self, with the people around you, trusting that everyone is here doing the best that they can, just as you can. Nobody is better than you. Nobody is any different than you. We're all on the same playing field. We're all souls trying to learn how to live in a human body on earth. So it can be difficult. So clearing, balancing, and aligning that crown chakra. And then moving down to your third eye. And I want you to, as you breathe in, just visualize that healing white life force energy coming down from the crown, going into your third eye. But as you breathe in, it's just visualize your third eye breathing this air, like it's breathing the air in. So even visualizing like indigo colored light going into your third eye, going into that lotus flower, as you let go and you set aside all of the times or any time that you haven't trusted your intuition, or any time that you've told yourself a story that wasn't true. Any stories that you're holding on to that are keeping you from doing something or keeping you small, let those go now, and it's time to rewrite your stories. It's time to set aside your fears of disconnect, which can be from the crown into the third eye. They kind of mingle in together, of feeling connected to your intuition and trusting your intuition and trusting yourself that you know the answers to everything. All of your questions, you have the answer. And so just sitting in that energy of that indigo light filling up your head. You can even, if you want to visualize as you breathe in again, this indigo colored light as it goes into the third eye. Visualizing a vortex of energy that begins to turn and rotate. And you can even make the gesture on your forehead if that helps. Holding up the crystal to your forehead. And just visualizing that indigo ball of light and that lotus flower turning and rotating, pushing out that negative energy. As we're moving down the chakras, they can even push down negative energy so we can transmute it into the earth when we're done. So, and I can feel your energy in here, definitely. So just trusting your intuition and clearing that out, clearing, balancing, and aligning your third eye for higher levels of intuitive abilities, higher levels of trust, higher levels of connection, lower levels of depression, anxiety. It all starts with your beliefs. And so clearing, balancing, and aligning as that third eye is now in perfect alignment with your crown chakra. Moving down to the throat chakra, just visualizing that white healing light that came in through your crown to your third eye, now to your throat chakra, that blue lotus flower, letting go of dishonesty, letting go of lies, anything that you're telling yourself that isn't quite true or someone else. and just facing reality as it is, and then also stepping into the next version of you, that next level version of you, with your self-expression, expressing who you really are. After being connected with your intuition, it's going to be a lot easier to know your truth and then speak your truth. Having healthier levels of communication, not getting defensive when somebody doesn't believe the same way you do. It's okay. Of just accepting people as they are, but first accepting you as you are, not wanting yourself to be any different at all. So as you breathe in, visualize that lotus flower beginning to rotate, clearing, balancing, and aligning your throat chakra for higher levels of healthy communication, higher levels of speaking your truth, of knowing, of having the confidence, knowing your truth and speaking it and knowing that it's your truth. And so, and someone else needs to hear that. Somebody needs to hear what you have to say. So when you get those intuitive like nudges to say something or do a Facebook Live, do it. Or to make that post, post it. Or send that text, or whatever it is that you've been holding back of saying to somebody, say it, because it opens the doors to a whole realm of possibilities. So aligning, clearing, balancing, and aligning that throat chakra in perfect alignment with the crown, the third eye, the throat chakra, and now down to the heart. We're pulling that energy down to the heart chakra where you see that green lotus flower. And as you breathe in, visualizing that white healing light filling up that chakra that's connected to your spine. So the heart chakra coming out like a funnel. That white healing light going back and forth, clearing out those blockages of grief, letting go of any grief or loss that you're still holding on to, resentments, grudges that you're holding. Just letting those go. Getting out of the past, whatever happened in the past, accepting that it happened for a reason, that this thing or this person or relationship or situation or job is no longer in your life because it wore out its purpose. It served its purpose in your life. So finding out what that is, the lesson behind the loss, and then embracing unconditional love and forgiving yourself for any decisions that you made that you're resenting or anything that you're holding on to, like a death grip. Like loosening up that grip and letting go of those grudges and that sadness to embrace strength, that you are strong enough to handle it, and also for you to see the opportunities that that loss created. There's always more opportunities. So clearing, balancing, and aligning your heart chakra. And I really feel a lot of energy right here with you guys. So good job. So visualizing that lotus flower just turning in perfect alignment with the crown, the third eye, the throat. And for forgiving yourself so you can forgive others, having unconditional love, compassion, and self-appreciation. So moving down to the solar plexus, letting go of any self-doubt that you aren't able to do something, or that something's too big for you. Maybe it's your business, maybe it's your relationships, maybe it's a project that you're just doing, or maybe it's whatever it is, that you are 100% capable of doing whatever you set your mind to. And so visualizing that yellow ball of light or yellow lotus flower, whatever is easier for you to visualize, and that white healing light clearing, balancing, and aligning that solar plexus as you let go of that doubt and you let go of that lack of confidence, to step into confidence, knowing your truth, knowing that you can trust your intuition, This is going to help you to step into your confidence, step into your power, and also to take action on those goals or on those things that you have been putting off, but you know will move the needle if you do them. And so clearing, balancing, and aligning the solar plexus, moving down to the sacral, 2 inches below your belly button, seeing that orange lotus flower as you let go of shame and guilt around anything that you've done in the past, or any behavior that you think was, anything that you feel shame around, any decision. And know that shame is just us looking at ourselves through other people's eyes. Shame is what we think other people see us as, but it's not true. It goes back to our stories and our third eye of creating that story. So letting go of that guilt, knowing that you're doing the best that you can with the resources that you have, and then also to embrace the joys, like finding the small joys in life, feeling good about experiencing like happiness, and actually feeling good in life is good. It's your birthright. You're supposed to feel good and happy and feel pleasure and be happy to feel pleasure, not anything to hold shame around. Pleasure is a part of life. It's something we have to experience. And so clearing, balancing, and aligning the sacral chakra with that white healing light for higher levels of emotional connection, emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, being able to manage our emotions and knowing that we control our emotions. And people only have as much power as we allow them. And so clearing, balancing, and aligning that sacral. Now moving down to your root chakra, where your fears lie of whatever it is that's holding you back from moving forward on something, that the next step in life, or maybe something in your business, maybe your job, just whatever fears that are just keeping you crippled, unable to make a move. Just letting those go right now to embrace the fact that you aren't in control, all in control. There's a higher power that's in control as well. You're co-creating your reality with a higher power. And so surrendering, accepting things as they are, and not wanting them to look different than what they do. And so the root chakra is the place to surrender and trust and know that you're safe. So clearing, balancing, aligning that root chakra. And so taking that energy from the crown as it's moved through your chakras and cleared them all out, then that white healing light going out to your auric field, cutting the cords, clearing the negative energy, and even just if you want to visualize pushing that negative energy down through your legs, down to your feet, out into the earth. And then stepping into that bubble of protection, shielding. Nothing but love and light can go out. Nothing but love and light can come in. And no one can connect to your energy. And then when you're ready, just rubbing your hands together. Coming back to the space. And then there you go. So that was a little longer than I planned, but it's okay. So let me know how you guys feel now. I feel a lot better. It's probably why it went so long. So we're going to talk about the third eye a bunch more this week until next Wednesday. So I want to know what affirmations really, like one affirmation that you guys could, each of you, anybody that's actually doing this work, of just one affirmation you can say every day that's going to help you stay on your game when it comes to your third eye. So, and that's even enough to clear it, is just to say an affirmation and remember your power. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you feel better now. I hope that kind of gave you some clarity around, what all the chakras are about, what the third eye, the power of the third eye. It's amazing. So I love you guys. Thanks for being here, and I will see you on Sunday night.